Dead by Daylight, Dead Space, Sons of the Forest.
It's a bird! It's a plane!
Blizzard is back, and in 2023, the anticipated release of Diablo 4. Blizzard is, in my opinion, an industry leader for creating the pinnacle in game cinematics, but personally, I have always found the gameplay to follow a little underwhelming. That's not to say the game was bad in any way, but the cinematic experience always had me looking forward to something a little more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Now let's take a trip down memory lane, back to 2012. The cinematic opening for Diablo 3 set the tone for an experience like no other, and I for one could not have been more excited for the next installment in the series, especially with updated graphics. And when the game launched, well...
Damn!
Not to say that the game was bad in any way, it still played like a Diablo game. However, to me it looked like 2010's StarCraft 2 character models were reskinned and adapted into Diablo 3. I couldn't see much of a graphical difference from Diablo 3, StarCraft 2 and World of Warcraft, which personally I kind of expected more. Now let's have a look at Diablo 4. The first thing I noticed instantly was just how damn incredible these character models look. The advancements in character models and level of detail which has been poured into them literally had my jaw on the floor.
Make you wanna slap your mama, don't it, Willie? Yeah, boy.
And that's not the only surprise. Next, we can choose our gender and then proceed to further customize our character. I was literally a kid in a candy store at this point, at the options we have available to us. These options really allow us as a player to tailor our own visions of an avatar to represent ourselves in the world of Sanctuary. The game will give you some preset options to choose from, which you can use as a foundation in which to create your own avatar, and for me, I couldn't go past the Barbarian. And customization options include eye color, hairstyle, hair color, piercings, eye makeup, skin color, and tattoos that your character may or may not have. Tattoos with another welcome twist. If I wanted to be super brutal, the markings on my character's body could have been done in fresh blood, or traditional tattooing. Just wow.
Wow, right?
Moving into the world of Diablo, I was beside myself with what had been created. Dead is the way of cartoony visuals of Diablo 3. The visuals I are looking at here were dark, gritty, and all so pretty.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty.
It was like being a child again and stepping into Diablo 1 and 2 for the first time. The feeling of not knowing what was ahead of you in the darkness, and the terrain I was traversing, and the overall environment was astounding. I personally couldn't have been more impressed with the world I had been plunged into. From the footprints you leave in the snow, to seeing the evidence of movement either by multiple footprints or by tracks left from a cart, and the overlay of snow falling while running around outside, really gives a sense of cold and isolation. That is, of course, until we stumble across the first town. Colour is almost flushed back into the screen with the warmth of the braziers as you enter the town and start interacting with the townsfolk. And as you enter the first tavern, you're met with textures you can almost taste. The unlevel floorboards, the stone fireplace, and how the NPCs are just huddling around close to the fire.
Always look on the light side of life.
Controls are familiar with the traditional click and hold to constantly move in any direction by moving your mouse, and click to attack, and to collect loot which drop from enemy variants you encounter. Nothing too dissimilar from what we've experienced previously in Diablo games, giving returning and new players of the Diablo series a level of comfort and a very easy learning curve to get to grips with the game. Kill enemies, pick up health potions, heal as you need, collect loot and gear to make your stats better, and level up to get new skills. This is the tried and tested foundation for Diablo, in which all Diablo games have been based upon. In short, if it's not broken, don't fix it, and this is exactly what's happening here, and I am perfectly okay with this. Now, just exploring the game and dealing with the different levels of enemies I encountered, I did notice one amazing little touch. Can you see what I see?
I see
Blood. As I carved my way through undead and demonic trash, my avatar was getting covered in the blood of anything foolish enough to get in my way. It's such a small thing, but the little things matter. The attention to detail which really makes the experience, and this, for me, was such a welcome surprise when I finally picked up on it. I have purposely not spoken about any of the stories so far, because for those who simply didn't get around to playing the open beta, I didn't want to ruin anything for you. This is just my initial impressions of the game, and as we know, this isn't the final product. But if this is a taste of what's to come, could this be a triumphant return for Diablo? I certainly hope so, but what do you think? Did you get a chance to play the beta? And if you did, which class did you choose? Let me know in the comments down below.